Some of the other features here. So if you see in Stage Monitor, we are kind of underperforming a little bit. In the ICVFX tab, you can see we have the Frustum resolution. So you can set the resolution here. Since we're using a 1080 screen, I'm just gonna set our Frustum to be 1920 by 1080. This is gonna give us a boost in resolution and frame rate. So we got a little bump from that. So if you need to, you can also, we have Adopt Res, which will give you the ability to adopt the resolution based on the overscan. So you can see the displayed resolution is now 2574 by 1448. I'm going to disable that because we don't need it. We also have screen percentage here, which if you really need to get some frames and the background is very out of focus, you could set this to something like 0.5. And now we'll see our resolution is actually 990 by 557. Now we're getting about 24 frames a second. And our background doesn't look too bad because it's pretty out of focus, and this is only a 1080 screen. Some of the other settings we have here are freeze viewports, which will freeze the outer viewport. You can see that that gave us a lot of frames. It did not change the quality of our inner frustum at all. I'm going to set the screen percentage back to 1, and we can see this is now our resolution. Something else in the ICVFX tab is the ability to enable ColorIO. So if you wanted to, and you're using an LED wall that you wanted to send exact gamma 2.35, I really like this 2.35 calibrated. And then you'll see the screen update there. You'll also see this represented in the plugin view. But I'm actually going to, and we'll turn that on and turn that off. You can see the difference. Some of the other color settings you won't be able to change. I generally like to use the film back toe. This is basically the shadow range of our virtual environment. So if you have an environment that has dark shadows and you want those shadows to have more detail, you can lower this, and that will make a pretty big change. We also have saturation of the environment, which you might want to adjust if the assets in the environment are too bright or you're not getting enough color. We have anamorphic squeeze, which will, if you're using anamorphic, you'll want to use that, and it will render a more realistic bokeh. You have white balance, and then you also have hue. So I'm just going to change this to 5600 and see what we get here. So you can adjust the hue as well. We have f-stop, we have the focal distance, and then we have a general exposure. Now this exposure will only adjust the exposure of the Frustum camera. We are at 6, which I really like. I think looks good. Actually, let's go to 5. Let's see what 5 looks like. Yeah, I like the look of 5. I think that blends with our environment quite well. Have fun, let us know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.